Hello, and welcome to Living Life Unstoppable podcast with Rochelle Crow. I am Rochelle, and we're going to talk about having unstoppable faith today. This episode explores the concept of having unstoppable faith and provides insights on how to cultivate a belief system that can withstand life's challenges. We will dive into what it means to have unwavering faith and how it can empower you and how you can help empower others to overcome any adversary. So, we're going to start off with talking about what it means to have unstoppable faith. What exactly is unstoppable faith? Unstoppable faith is when you truly believe in something, that you're truly believing that something will happen, something will take place in your life, and that no matter what comes up, you believe that will happen, that will take place. Sometimes we can see people having unstoppable faith when it comes to their health. They may have been diagnosed with a sickness and they are truly believing that they will be healed. That no matter what the doctors are saying, no matter what it may look like, they believe that they truly will be healed from that sickness or from that disease or whatever the case may be. Having an unstoppable faith is knowing who you believe in. I choose to believe in God. So knowing that God will come through no matter what it may look like, no matter what difficult situation I'm dealing with right now, I truly believe that God will come down and touch me in my heart, touch me in my body, and heal whatever sickness there is that I may be dealing with or whatever the issue may be. So having an unstoppable faith means no matter what, I'm not giving up. I'm not letting up on what I believe. I believe and I will be healed 100%. I believe that God will restore my relationship 100%. I believe that my children will have success in everything that they accomplish no matter what comes up. I have unstoppable faith that no matter what, I know I'm going to see the outcome that I desire to see. The difference between having faith and wishful thinking is that with wishful thinking, you don't necessarily need faith. You can wish for something to happen and wish for it and just let it go. Well, unstoppable faith, you're continually to pray into God. You continue to seek God and look for ways to help that come about. So it may be that, let's take a sickness. It may be that there is sickness in your body, but God is leading you to go to a certain doctor. Well, that's your faith. Your faith is in God, that God will lead you to the right person that can help heal whatever your sickness may be. He may tell you a certain treatment. He may be leading you down the road for a certain treatment that will actually help with this sickness or help with this disease. Unstoppable faith is truly believing that this will happen. Wishful thinking is, oh, I wish that I was healed, and you don't do anything about it. You don't seek the medical advice that you need to seek. You don't seek the right avenues. You don't seek God in that to help you figure out what route you should be going. Wishful thinking is just like, oh, it may happen. Oh, I hope it happens. But you don't truly have the faith to believe and to know that this will happen. If I continue on doing what I am called to do or what God is showing me to do, this will happen. You have to have that personal conviction in you and the resilience to say, I'm not giving up. The conviction in you to say, I believe that this is going to happen for me, and I'm not letting up until I see it. It could be starting a new business. I believe that the clients will come. I believe the people who I will service will come. But if you don't stay the course, if you don't do the things that you need to do to get out there, to get your name heard, to get your business out there, then you won't see it. You won't have the faith, but the faith when you have faith in something, when you believe in something, when you truly believe in something, you would give it your all. Stepping out on faith to start this podcast with 0 followers, but just to get out there, because I know that there was something inside of me that God has inside of me to get out, even if it's for one person. But that's the faith that I have in myself. That's the faith I have in God, and the faith that I have on the call of my life to step out on faith and to do it no matter what. Is it easy? No. Having faith is not easy all the time, because you don't always see right away like you would want to see. But I have that faith, and I trust and know and believe in myself to know this is what I'm called to do. This is what I will do. So you have to step out in faith and in fear. Sometimes it is fearful. Sometimes when you're stepping out in faith and you're believing God for the big, it is fearful. But it's all about you and what you want to see done. Do you truly want to see that done? If you truly want to see that done, then you step out on faith and you truly believe that God will come through, that it will happen. Whatever that is, it will happen. You have to have a clarity of vision, understanding your purpose or understanding the goal of that situation. So if you're starting a business and you want your business to go, what are your goals? What is the purpose of you starting this business? Who do you want to reach? What do you want to see happen? You have to have that vision. You have to set your goals. You have to set priorities to reach those goals, to reach your purpose. And it requires faith. It requires faith to truly believe, I want to service 100 clients this week. I want to service 100 people this week. Well, what are you going to do? You have to have faith that those 100 people are going to come out. But what are you doing to activate the faith, to get the faith going? What are you doing? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you advertising your business? Are you advertising the services that you have? Are you reaching the right people? And it all starts with your faith. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your dream, if you believe in your purpose, or whatever it is that you're believing God for, it all starts with your faith. I'm believing God for healing. Okay, what does that look like? If He's giving you instructions when it comes to healing, are you doing those instructions? Are you doing what He's telling you to do to receive your healing? Get the vision. God is giving you a vision. You have a vision for your healing. Get the vision for your healing or walk it out. Figure out the steps you need to take and walk it out. It has to be consistent action taking place. You have to take steps even when you're uncertain. I don't know this doctor. God is sending me this way. I don't know this doctor. But maybe this doctor has exactly what you need to help bring about the healing in your body. I don't know this location. Why am I going here to set up a store? I don't know this location. I've never been here before. It doesn't matter. Take the steps. Believe that you're going down this road for a reason. Believe God is sending you there for a reason. And that reason is to get to your end goal, to get to your purpose, what you're believing for. Success is what you're believing for. You have faith that you're going to have success, that this business, this idea that you have will be successful. What are the steps that you're taking to get there? Are you truly walking those steps out? Do you even believe that this is the steps that you need to take? Do you believe that this is where your goals? Like, are you believing in your goals? Are you believing in yourself? You know, this is where we are. You have to have unstoppable faith in every area of your life. In your relationship, if you're believing God to heal your marriage or to heal a relationship, what steps are you taking to get there? Do you truly believe that this relationship can be healed? Okay, you believe that the relationship can be healed. Okay, what steps are you doing to help the healing to come about? Are you recognizing what you need to do? Are you recognizing what God is asking you to do for that relationship? You have to know your goals. You have to know the process and your steps that you need to take to achieve those goals. But you have to have faith. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe that God can use you in this situation. Community and support. Who do you have in your community? That's huge when it comes to faith. Who do you have in your community? Because if you're believing something to take place and you're surrounded by someone who has doubt, someone who speaks negative about the situation, who can bring up every reason why it won't work, you need to surround yourself around different people. Having key people around you is very important when it comes to your faith. It's very important when you're trying to achieve a goal to have people who believe in you, who have faith in you, people who can push you when you don't feel like it, when you don't feel like going on. But the people around you have the faith in you, the faith and belief that you can do this thing, that you can push forward. If you don't have people in your corner pushing you, then you won't have the success that you need, because you won't have anyone who has faith in you, who can push you when your faith is low. It's very key to have people who believe in you. They may not understand it. A lot of times we don't understand, but they have faith in you and your calling and your purpose, and they can push you when you don't have the faith yourself. Look at your perspective. How does your focus shift during difficult times? That also shows where your faith is. When a difficult time comes up and you're struggling to believe in yourself, you're struggling to have the faith that you need to have to accomplish the goals that you need to have, what is your perspective? You have to believe in yourself. That's the main thing. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you're seeking, what you're wanting to accomplish. Whatever you're having faith about, you have to believe it yourself. If you're not believing that you can get the job that you just applied for, what was the purpose of you applying? If your perspective is, well, I'm going to apply for this job, but I'm probably not going to get it. You don't have faith and you don't have belief in yourself that you have what it takes on the inside to get this job. Sometimes we have to shift our perspective to make sure our perspective is in line in what we are trying to achieve. And sometimes you just have to have that faith, even if you don't know how it's going to work. There are things I don't know. I'm believing God for right now, that I have strong faith for right now. I don't know how God is going to do it. But guess what? I believe deep down He's going to do it. So I focus in on the goal that I have, what I want to see happen. I focus in on that, and I believe God will come through. My faith is that it will happen for me. It may not happen the way I envision it, and guess what? That's okay. I'm still getting there. It may not happen when I want it to, but my faith tells me it's going to happen at the right time. I think back to a couple of years ago, I started praying to God for a new car. I was driving my Honda Accord that was a 2003 Honda Accord that I'd had since 2000, almost 2003 is when I got that Honda. And it was nothing wrong with that Honda, but it was 20 years old. I'd never had any major problems with that car. Never. I got the tune-ups, the oil change, all those things. Whenever there were recalls, I took it in. Never had any issues with that car. But I was believing God for a newer car. I was believing God for something that I felt was going to be more reliable for me and my boys. Traveling up and down the highways that we have to do from time to time, going from place to place, from work to school, sport activities, all of the things. So I started praying and I started saying to God, I need a new car. But I didn't want and this is true, I didn't want a car payment. I said, God, I need a new car. I don't want a car payment, because if I get a car payment, it's going to take away from the different things that it could take away from in our lives with sports. And any parent out there with kids in sports, you know how much sports cost. It would take away different things. And I said, God, I don't want a car payment, but I want a new car for us. And I just kept believing God was going to come through. He never showed me to go out to buy a car. I would go look at cars. I am not a car person, so I'm not big on all of the name brand cars that people, they go after. I just wanted something that was going to be reliable for me and my boys, that would take us where we needed to go. And so I would look at cars online. I would just look at, go maybe stop by different dealerships and look at cars. But I kept believing God. I kept saying, God, I believe you're going to give me a car with no car payment. And that's how I said it. I said, I believe you will give me a car with no car payment. I believe I would get a car with no car payment. And fast forward to 2024. Yes, 2024. Someone that I know, but I don't know, if that makes sense. It's like, the people, but you don't know them intimately. Like you know them. Came to me out of the blue and said, I want to bless you with a car. This person's mother had passed away, and the car was just sitting in the garage at the house. And they came to me and said, we would like for you to have this car. We don't want you to give us anything for it. If you want to be a blessing to someone else or donate to a organization, it was different things. But they said, we don't want anything for the car. We want to hand the title over to you. And then when they told me this, they told me the car. I didn't even know what kind of car that was when they brought it up to me. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about when you're describing this car. Because I think she said to me, do you know what kind of car I'm talking about? And I said, no, I don't. I didn't know anything about the car. But guess what? My heart was grateful, because I said to God, I want a new car that's going to be reliable for me and my boys. But I don't want a car payment. God did exceedingly above what I could have asked for. My faith was in him to provide me with a car with no car payment, and he did more than what I asked for. He also connected me to a family that I knew but I didn't know, but that I built a relationship with. And sometimes you just never know how God is going to do things. You never know how he's going to, what package, what way it's going to come. But you have to have that faith. You have to believe that it's going to happen. Where is your focus? Where is your focus? Is your focus on trusting that this is going to happen, that I'm going to see what I'm asking for? Or is your focus on the what ifs, the failures, the difficult times that you're facing? Is that your focus, or is your focus on what you really want to see? And sometimes we don't know what we really want to see. So that's why you have to get a clear vision, what it is that you really want to see. Focus in on it and have faith. Truly believe and have faith. Sometimes it takes just doing self-reflection, doing exercises of the mind, training your mind to think positive thoughts about the situation, training your mind to hear clearly from God about the situation, training your mind not to focus on what the enemy might be showing you, or what you focusing on the faults or the failures or the what ifs. I think I saw something on social media recently. It was like a quote or something that said, when they first wake up, or maybe it was somebody saying when they first wake up, they go to God and pray and say, God, you get in my mind before I get in my mind. And sometimes when those thoughts of negative thoughts are coming up, or whatever is coming up against what your goal is or what you want to see, sometimes you just have to pause and say, wait a minute, hold up. This is not me. This is not me. Cast those thoughts down. Say to those thoughts, you can't live here. You can't live in my mind. You can't live in my brain, because what I'm going to see is victory. What I'm going to see is success. What I'm going to see is healing. What I'm going to see is restoration. So you cast those thoughts out and you start speaking whatever positive affirmations or whatever scripture, prayers, whatever you have to pray to get your mind back focused on what you want to see, to get your faith back activated. Sometimes you just have to encourage yourself and say, I am a great business person. I am successful in everything I put my hands to. I am healed. Whatever it is, you speak to it. You get your mind to get back on track on what you believe God for, what your faith, what you're believing, and get it back. You have to have internal dialogues with yourself sometimes. I know I do. Sometimes I have to say, Shell, this is it. You can do this. You can get on this podcast. Even if you feel like what you're saying doesn't make sense, that's okay. You can get on here and you can talk and you can say it until it starts making sense. But it's about stepping out on faith and doing what you feel is your purpose, doing what you feel is on the inside of you, getting your voice out there, or whatever the case may be. It's about believing that you can be healed on this side of eternity. It's about believing that you're going to this doctor who will have a solution for the problem that you have. It's about believing that you deserve the relationship or the marriage that you have to be restored. It's about believing in yourself. Talk to yourself. When you're having doubt about whatever and your faith is a little shaky, talk to yourself. Begin reminding yourself about what happened before. What does your resume look like? What have you accomplished before? Start talking to yourself. Okay, I accomplished this when I graduated from college. I accomplished getting a job at this company. Why can't I accomplish getting a job at this new company? I may not have started a business before, but I've worked a bit in a business before. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and believe that you can do whatever it is that you want to accomplish. You've got to have faith. Talk to yourself. Write it out. And if you don't think your mind is strong enough, write it out and just start reading it back to yourself. Just start reading things back to yourself. Look at your vision. Look at what you want to see. Look at your goals and just start reading it back to yourself and start speaking life into it. Speaking life into your relationship, speaking life into your business, speaking life into your body. Whatever it may be. You've got to set the expectations. You set the expectations of what you want to see, and you believe in those expectations. I expect by this time next year that my business will be booming, that I will be bringing in $1.5 million a year. You've got to set the realistic expectations that you want to see. Set those expectations, believe in those expectations, and celebrate small goals. Maybe this week you made $1,000. Okay, that's $1,000 towards your 1.5 million. Maybe this week you weren't sick after you took the medicine. Hey, you're on the right track of getting healed. Maybe this week you didn't have an argument with your spouse or your significant other. Hey, you're on the right track to healing and restoration. Celebrate those small victories. Sometimes we are so busy focusing on the big things that we don't see the small things. And see, the small things help build our faith. So we're so busy waiting on the big, like the 1.5 million to happen right now. Okay, it may not happen right now. But the $1,000 came in. Celebrate that. Focus on the small victories as well as the big. We know the ultimate goal is the 1.5 million, but the $1,000 that came in this week, celebrate that small. That builds your faith. Okay, God, I got $1,000 this week. Okay, I'm expecting 2,000 next week. Build your faith up. That builds your faith. When you celebrate the small, that builds the faith. The small leads to the big. And it all helps your faith. It all helps you to believe in yourself and believe in your ultimate goal. And you learn from the setbacks. Learn from the setbacks. That builds your resilience. That makes you should push you even more. Because you know what you want to accomplish. You believe in what you want to accomplish. So even though I might have a little setback where I went into the negative this week, you know what? I know what my ultimate goal is. And I believe I'm going to get there. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to learn from this. Maybe I shouldn't have done X, Y, and Z and should have done A, B, C. But I'm going to learn from that. And I'm going to push myself. And I'm going to keep moving forward. That's what it's all about. Your faith transforms your life. It transforms your outcome. It transforms what you see. It determines if you're going to have your ultimate goal. There are times that, our faith isn't just for us. It's for other people. I've learned from watching other people walk out their faith life, believing for the impossible. Things that seem impossible, but they have the faith to believe that it will come to pass, and it has. So sometimes when we're walking out our faith, other people are watching, and it's a testimony to them that, okay, I just need some faith. I can have faith too. I can have the faith that I need to accomplish the goal that I want to see. I still live on my testimony, guys, about that car, because I truly believed. I felt that was a huge belief. I felt it was something that probably could be seen as something impossible, but I truly believe that God would come through, that would happen for me. And I apologize if y'all hear my dog. He's going crazy right now, but that's real life. But I believe that God could bless me with the car without the car payments, y'all. And it came to pass greater. Like I said, it was greater than what I expected. Like I said, he used a family that I knew, but I didn't know, to bless me in that way. And this is a family that I didn't even know they saw me that way and wanted to bless me. God can use anybody to bless your business. God can use anybody to help you with your relationship, to help you uh, with the right tools for your healing, whatever the case may be. But where's your faith? You've got to have faith to get through this situation, whatever the situation may be. You've got to have the faith. You've got to believe that this is possible for you. You've got to believe that healing is your portion. If that's what you want to see, you've got to believe healing is your portion. You've got to believe my businesses will be successful. You've got to believe that. You've got to have the faith. I encourage you guys to write in, to share your testimonies, to share your stories about having unstoppable faith, because that helps other people. It helps encourage others when we do that. When we share our testimonies, it helps other people to understand that this can happen for them. I encourage you to write in if you need someone to stand with you on faith. Here I am. I am a faith walker. I believe for the impossible. I believe for the big, y'all. I am believing for huge things right now that just definitely seem impossible. But hey, that's how my faith works. I believe for the crazy. But that's how my faith works. And if you need someone to stand with you, you need someone to encourage you, here I am. Here I am. You can always reach us at our website, lifeunstoppable.com. Email us in at rhcrowe, CROWE, at marriageunstoppable.com. You can always find us on Instagram, rhcrowe11. Whatever way you want to reach out, just reach out. We're here for you. We can pray with you. We can just talk with you, help you in whatever area you may need helping in. As I always say, I'm also a life coach. So I am here to help in any way. But guys, just walk out your faith. Have that unstoppable faith. Whatever your situation is, I just pray that this episode helps you to believe and help you build your belief system that you can conquer anything that may come before you. That you can just have that strong faith that will get you through any situation. All right, guys, if you need anything, I'm here. Just reach out, share this podcast with your family, with your friends, anyone that you think that can benefit to hear this message or any of the other messages that have been posted. Please just share this out with your people. We thank y'all for joining us with us today. As always, as I always like to close out, and I always like to say, I love y'all for real. Peace.